Welcome, Paul Theron. Thank you so much for coming through. I'm sure you must be, Narina Visser called it a Berlin Wall. Do you agree?
I thought Narina was the best market commentator you've had on in ages. I mean, the phrase that she left out, which I thought was most amusing from today, is that people are saying that the Europeans need a bazooka. Do you remember with the 2008 banks crisis in America? They said it's time for Geithner and Paulson to bring out the bazooka. That's when you throw shock and awe tactics at the problem to such an extent that it's just sorted. But in Greece and in Europe generally, apparently, the problem is they do not have a bazooka, they've only got a bouzouki. And you know what a bouzouki is?
I do. And then we break plates.
It's some kind of like Greek banjo, which you can play with.
And it's just absolutely lovely.
So the Europeans, they need to up their game. I mean, the market's down 125 points in the Dow, and apparently it's, Europe again. It's tough to know which way to call it.
We keep getting disappointed, Paul, and I keep asking the same question to my market watchers.
Yes.
They're like, finally resolution, and then I go, but we always get disappointed, and here we are, we feel disappointed once again.
Yeah, it's like the debt crisis, with the ceiling in America. It goes away, it comes back, your head keeps banging against the ceiling. Now the European thing, we know that they've approved the larger fund, but is the fund big enough, and so on and so forth. Anyway, I mean, you just got to wait until it's no longer in the headlines. That's my rule of thumb.
So Massmart sales up 15% for the first quarter, but yes, we have a few extra weeks, and this is why it's slightly inflated number, and Narina did say, like-for-like basis, we actually saw an 8% sales growth.
Yeah, look,
did you pick that up?
Which, yes, no, and the same store thing you've got to be careful about, and year on year, like on like, and expectations are high. But, I mean, a friend of ours, Craig Martin, on Twitter, he's been saying he's short Massmart. I keep saying to him, that's Americans' favorite African stock. Why? Because they know they can go and buy a business that Walmart, that they understand, owns half of. So I wouldn't worry too much about the valuations. High PE, who cares?
Okay, Paul, and then later on this week, what are you looking at? Just US earnings, is that?
Well, there is one other funny line that I want to share with you first, is that Rio Tinto is trying to sell some of its assets that it picked up with the Alcan acquisition.
Yeah.
So the joke of the day is that Rio Tinto is just kicking Alcan down the road.